Now to Bridgeport. A lawsuit did not stop the election from moving forward today. The state Supreme Court is still considering, though, whether to throw out the results of last month's primary. Our chief Capitol reporter, Susan Raff, is live at a polling place in Bridgeport. And Susan, what is the sense there?
Well, the sense is that voter turnout is steady but slow, as I think you've mentioned before, but they are expecting people to come in certainly after they get out of work. And as you hear, that is certainly people getting here now. But this race certainly has captured a great deal of interest and attention all the way to the state Supreme Court. They are now taking up an appeal to throw out the results of the September primary. The lower court ruling came last week when the court basically ruled that there were irregularities with absentee ballots, but not enough to throw out the entire primary. Marilyn Moore, a state senator, basically won on election night, but it was the absentee ballots of Joe Ganim that pushed him over the top. It gave him an advantage and certainly a better take for today. In fact, he is the only Democrat on the ballot. And what's interesting about all of this is that the lower court judge and even some of the candidates agree that the state legislature should be paying attention when it comes to these absentee ballots, and they should be passing laws to prevent this from happening in the future.
What I think we need to do after this is work together with the legislature. Early voting is one. Another one is awareness on what are the challenges that an individual has. How do we fix the legality so that people can have the opportunity, the best opportunity to vote?
This myth about there's no machine and how people are voting and there's no absentee ballot fraud, if this stuff hadn't happened with us, and if those three people hadn't filed those charges along with there's another person, a part of the file, we would have not gotten this type of attention.
You know, they say we don't have an opinion when you don't vote, so that's the best way. You got to come out so you can have an opinion. So that's why I vote.
When it comes to early voting, 33 states have it in some form or another. And in fact, the Secretary of the State, Denise Merrill, has been pushing for that for years. There are other candidates, obviously, in the race, Republican John Rodriguez, and a number of write-in candidates. And we are expecting things to go a little bit longer here tonight as far as tallying some of the ballots. And that's because of the fact that there are 3 write-in candidates. All of those ballots have to be counted by hand after the polls close. So hopefully by 10 o'clock tonight or a little bit after that, we should know the results here in Bridgeport. But as of now, Mayor Ganim is expected to come out top in this primary or this general election. We are live in Bridgeport. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.